And we're back with the K-1 World Grand Prix 2016 Japan K-1 60 kilogram Japan tournament at the Yoyogi National Gymnasium. In the second gymnasium, we have some more 70 kilogram action here for you. In the red corner, Daiki Watabe taking on, in the blue, Yoichi Yamazaki. I'm Brian.
And I'm Ross, right into the breakdown. So both fellas are 174 centimeters in height, so they're fairly equal in height and range. It's only when it comes down to age is there a little difference. With Watabe being 28, that's 4 years younger than Yamazaki at 32. Let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, real similar records as well from both these guys. Yoichi Yamazaki in the blue, actually, when I first moved to Japan and started kickboxing, he was one of the first fighters that I got to see fight live a few times, and I was a big fan of his, so it's nice to see him fighting here in the K-1 ring.
I can imagine. Well, we've got Orthodox versus Southpaw here, but Watabe is switching stances on a dime. Look at that. And you're right about the similar records, 22 wins to 21. Both got 13 knockouts. Very similar.
Yeah, both these guys are going to be real game, real aggressive. Yamazaki, I've seen finish people with his hands, and I've also seen him smash people to bits with his low kicks. So he can do it either way.
Wow. Well, it's funny you mentioned smashing. That's actually his nickname, the Quiet King of Smashing, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very fitting indeed.
Fitting. Ooh, he went down low there with a right hand and he caught a counter straight to the face. Yamazaki's going to have to be careful. There's no free shots from Watabe here.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, they're kind of feeling each other out here a little bit, moving back and forth. You can see, too, the orthodox southpaw matchup, which means we will see heavy leather exchanged with power shots.
Oh, it's always an exciting combination. A lot of linear movement here. They're going forward and back. I'd like to see a little bit more angles. He's going downstairs with that right overhand again, and Watabe didn't punish him for it this time, but he's got to be careful, Yamazaki.
No, you're absolutely right. And being in the kickboxing skill set, there's a lot of ways to come back off that. Like a jumping knee or a kick, in addition to an uppercut or a hook. So yeah, you have to be really careful when you put your head low like that in front of your opponent.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise it. But, ooh, well, he's traded that punch for a kick and looked quite effective.
Well, and this can be kind of how it plays out too with these open stance matchups like this. It's hard to find out how to close the distance. I think both these guys are just still trying to figure out, how do I get in on my opponent here, and then who is going to establish that position outside the lead foot.
Dipping into those toolboxes and seeing what they find. Nice, very nice work there from Watabe. He's getting Yamazaki against the ropes. Nothing tremendous, but eye-catching.
Yeah, no one landed anything super clean yet, and that goes for punches and kicks. But a nice front kick there from Watabe.
Ooh.
There's a nice hook. That's a clean shot.
Nice. Right over the top there, the right side. Ooh. And Watabe knows that looked bad. He felt that. He's responding. Look, Yamazaki needs to get out of that corner.
Yeah, Yamazaki just too shelled up there, too guarded up. And he had a great clean shot, but was it negated by that flurry there from Watabe at the end? I don't know. That'll be up to the judges. Kind of unfortunate.
It's fortunate that we don't have that job.
Yes.
But I would say, with the K-1 skill set, you've only got a handful of rounds. You can't allow any shots to go unresponded. Yeah. It's not like a longer boxing match where you've got 10, 12 rounds where you can use that tactic to gas someone out. You can't rely on that here.
No, well, when you're shelled up like that, of course you're going to eat some punches, but kicks, knees that just drive through your guard, there's all sorts of scary stuff that can happen. So you really need to just have 1, 2 shots and then get on your bike and get out of dodge.
Absolutely. Yamazaki showed me something there that's quite concerning. He's happy to shell up and be a static target. You cannot afford to do that here. So hopefully his corner's given him some really good advice, saying, look, you've got to stay on the move in those situations and revolve around.
Well, and I tend to think too that physically Yamazaki's probably a little bit stronger here as well, so that's also disconcerting. He's the one with the physical strength edge, and you think, you just push your way out of it, but he kind of was just happy to sit there and eat some shots, which is Not a good sign.
No, not at all, especially at the end of a round. The last thing the judges remember. But here we are, it's a new round, and off to a flying start.
And Watabe throwing lots of volume. His shot's just not as clean and not as impactful, it seems like, but there's just a lot of them.
No, he's not sitting down on his punches. He's just chucking a lot of volume. And it's impressive. It's impressive, but like you say, it's not landing. It's not significant.
Great
Good
series of
kicks.
front kick. Yeah, front kicks there. That's great. Now, if he can just keep that up, he doesn't have to throw haymakers or super hard shots. But can you throw that volume for 3 rounds?
Well, that's the question that we're going to find out, aren't we?
There's that right hook again from Yamazaki. Great shot for him.
You know, he's getting a lot more precise with that shot. Round 1, he found the target. Round 2, he's looking to capitalize on that.
Yeah, this time he set it up with a lead uppercut, kind of an unorthodox lead uppercut right hook combo there.
He's looking for those kicks again, is Watabe.
Well, and those, that's more of a push style kick than a super impactful one, but it still wears you down. Especially if there's some other damage from punches to the body, those will just make it worse. Great exchanges. They're so busy this round.
I'm enjoying this, Brian. I'm really enjoying this. Yamazaki's got to get off those ropes. He's got an out and he's not using it. He's happy to take the shots again.
And that's the thing. Watabe can be so confident here because he knows Yamazaki will just shell up without returning.
That's it. And, Watabe, he seems to have the gas tank. If Yamazaki's hoping he's going to gas by him just unloading on him, it's not going to work out that way. It's just an unnecessary risk for Yamazaki to be taking.
Oh, he's back on the ropes here, putting the hands up, eating but not giving back at all. Now's an opportunity. That's when he's got to go.
Yeah, Watabe slowed down a little bit. He's got a little bit more open. Come back with shots down the middle.
Yeah, maybe Yamazaki could take a page out of Watabe's book and sit down a little less and just let some punches go. Just throw some stuff out there.
Well, we've got 40 seconds left in this round. Good body work from Yamazaki, but I feel like he's got to do a little bit more here. He's allowed Watabe back into this game. Good right there, though. Oh, very nice. Well timed.
Just like towards the end of the first round, finding a home now for a good shot. Ooh. But is it enough?
Look at this here. Powerful shots from Yamazaki. Not landing, but just looks so powerful.
A lot of torque on those punches.
Ooh, but Watabe, he's firing back with what he's got, and it's looking good.
He just knows Yamazaki's going to go right up into that tight guarded position. And it's unfortunate because it just gives Watanabe the confidence to kind of throw with a little bit of reckless abandon.
I hate to sound like a parrot, Brian, you know that, but I'm going to say it again. Yamazaki's corner has to be getting into his ear and saying, listen, you can't shell up like that. You cannot take shots, even if they're just off the guard, unresponded to. Yeah. Either move or respond.
Well, and there's some good things that Watanabe's doing, like he's using his forearm as a frame there. Because I would say to someone like Yamazaki, hey, just push and move forward. Just push, make it nasty. However, Watabe there's got that frame out, and just makes it awkward.
He's just hanging it out there, and he's just keeping that range. And he's happy for Yamazaki to cover up because he's just going to tee off. Whether he lands or not is irrelevant. It looks good.
Yeah.
He's breathing heavy here, but I reckon he's got the gas to keep that up for another round. Yamazaki's got to do something different.
Yes, this has got to be all his round in a big way. He spent too much time covered up in that second round.
Absolutely. I can make an argument for Yamazaki for the first round, but the second round wasn't his.
Ooh,
wow. I think he's done it, Brian. Here we go.
Just what he needed. Beautiful.
Beautiful. He didn't look for the right that time. He changed it up, shifted to the left.
Right there, ate a shot off the guard before Watabe's hand could get back. Boom on the chin. Beautiful timing.
And now Watabe's looking very flat-footed. He's taking shots. He's not clear here, Brian. He is not clear. Look at this.
Wow. Now Yamazaki opening up.
Oh, the referee's got to be looking a little bit closer at these unresponded shots. They're heavy.
Left to right and underneath. Oh, and some nice footwork there. Has him on the ropes.
There it is.
Watabe fighting off the ropes, though.
He's there enough. And can he keep that up until he can recover? We will see. but he's got to get distance. He's got to get distance.
You know, Watabe well recovered at this point. I would figure he'd be more buzzed, but he's hanging in there.
Ooh, yeah. And look, that beautiful. Oh, he swung himself off balance. That's unfortunate for Yamazaki. That gives Watabe just a moment to recover.
You know, it might be all he needs. He's back in the match. He was definitely hurt. Yamazaki throwing some huge shots that are just whiffing and hitting air.
It looked more like Rocky 3 than K-1.
Yeah.
But 100% commitment behind the shot. If that lands, Watabe's going to know about it. Well, he might not. He might just wake up.
Yeah, well, exactly.
A little later, you know.
My gosh, Watabe tough as nails.
Watabe's, you know, he's taking uppercuts, he's taking straight rights, and he's taking left hooks. He can't be there for these punches. He's got to move now. But he's thinking, oh, the judges have seen this. I've got to make up for it.
And he did a great thing there. He knows Yamazaki will shell up. He shelled him up with a few shots, but then he threw the jumping knee right between the guard. And that might have contacted. Yamazaki was there on his back foot, maybe a little bit rocked as well.
Maybe look, he's shelled up here now, and he's once again taking shots, getting into a little bit of a clinch.
Yeah, it's either fatigue or he could be a little buzzed.
It could be. Ooh, nice little hook on the inside. He looks clear in his face. It just looks like it's something that he likes to do. I'm not too sure. Maybe just feel his man slow down a little bit, feel the edge of their power fall off the punches and respond.
Yeah, well, the last 30 seconds here in this round for both these guys needs to be a sprint.
Watabe needs to put everything into this now. Hurt or not, this is it. He's got to chuck everything in to have a chance. And Yamazaki just needs to stay cool and composed and keep doing what he's doing.
10 seconds to go.
Come on now, let's chuck some lever. Let's leave the judges with a lasting impression. Ooh, nice left over the top. I think Yamazaki got the better of that.
Nice way to finish the round. Wow. Well, it comes down to the wire here. Yamazaki getting what he needs in that final round there. It's going to be interesting to see how the first two rounds were scored.
Well, from my count, you can make an argument for the first round. I felt like Watabe done the better work in the second round. Well, Yamazaki's third round, I mean,
yes,
exactly what he needed to do. He came out and did it immediately and shifted the momentum. Look at his face. I think he knows he might have just edged it here. We will see.
Yeah, well, and great power. Yamazaki, unfortunately, doing a lot of that shelled up guard, but making it work with that counter left hook in the third round when he needed it.
29対28、青山崎。ジャッジ三浦、29対28、青山崎。ジャッジ勝本、29対28、青山崎。以上判定3対0をもちまして、勝者青山崎。
Getting it right down to the wire, but getting the work in that he needed.
You know what, Yamazaki's a bit of a magician because he pulled that rabbit right out of the hat, right when he needed it.
Yes.
Wow, and Watabe, you've got to feel for him. He built so much momentum in that second round, tried so hard.
No, he looked great. He had some great shots of his own, and he just ended up getting clipped. I mean, that's the danger of unloading on someone in that shell position is them catching a shot and shooting back. That's kind of the risk.
That's it. And
that's the game.
That's the game. And Yamazaki gambled, and it paid off this time. I don't think it's a strategy you should always follow. But tonight, boys is night.
Yeah, no, gotta be really excited to get a big win against a tough guy in front of all the fans on the biggest stage.
Look at that. It's so textbook, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
Yep, clean. Ooh, yeah. Short and tight and right on the chin piece.
Shock on the Watabe's face. He was so desperately hurt there for so long. He's done so well to stay on his feet.
Well, and getting a big win here, probably good chance to go back to the drawing board, work on a few things, and working the guard. He's got great counter shots. Use that to his advantage.
Absolutely. Less guard, less shell, a little bit more movement side to side. And But otherwise, what a punching game he's got.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, there you have it. The K-1 World Grand Prix 2016 Japan K-1 60 kilogram Japan tournament. We will see you next time.